Welcome to the Podnas with Phace, Pat, and Tiz.
Now, just talking about a lot of these supremacists has got me going to the next thing. There's been a big uproar in the world lately about there's been a big, argument, you say, on Twitter because Trump got shut down on all social media over the past week. So he can't do anything. He can't send out a tweet or Facebook post. Yeah, hell yeah, squirrels too, Gator Girl. But he can't send out a tweet, nothing. He can't do anything on social media no more. And the big question that's been going over a lot of content creators, I've seen them posting videos where they're talking about censorship. How does this affect us going forward? Is it necessary to censor people? Does Trump getting shut down pose a threat for the average person or for other world leaders who may say something that a private company disagrees with? I guess for me, I'll give my take and then I'll just open it up to you guys. For me, I feel like if you own a private companies, whatever, when I go into my job, I recognize that I'm working for a private establishment that they have their own set of laws under the law. So if I do something against what they do, they got the right in my contract to terminate me. That's part of the deal we signed. Like, I recognize that. Mm-hmm. Same thing when we get on these social media platforms. Like, if YouTube today decided they was gonna cancel us, we'd have to figure out a way to live stream or post our podcast straight to our website. But we gotta abide by them community guidelines because that's what you sign up for. You feel me? So for me, I think at the end of the day, if a private company, I'm all for if a private company sees somebody like doing something that's not detrimental to them or not like, hey, they just making a comment that is a comment. At a certain point, I feel like even with our little 81 subscribers on YouTube and however many people listen on other sources, there's a responsibility that comes when you sign a contract with anything. Mm-hmm. And if you're not willing to uphold that, or if you're going to be doing stuff that's got people getting hurt, killed, maimed, putting themselves out there to like really do damage to the fabric of what we have in society, I'm all for them shutting your shit down. Like we got flagged for an AIDS thing, and I have no idea for what it was even for. But I ain't argue with YouTube. My thought was, if I did something harmful that could harm a child or whatever, let me fix that. Let me get it straight so you can go ahead and put my content back up and we good. And that's simple as that. Like, if you don't want to deal with Twitter, you don't have to. Mm. You're the fucking president. You could have went out and made a press conference if you want to talk to the country that bad. Like, that's your right as a president. But Twitter and every other social media site, like, I'm down for shutting people the fuck up when they're hurting people. Now, there are some things where I kind of draw the line with, like, this has nothing to do with anything. You just don't like what I said. And that's a problem. But at the end of the day, again, we sign contracts to use any platform. You sign a contract to get into your job. You sign a contract to use your cell phone. And if Verizon said they're going to switch up the way the plan works, you sign a contract that actually says that in the bylaws, this is what it is. We sign a contract on Apple that says these are our terms and conditions, and to use their iPhone, this is what we're going to do. And if they decide to switch to iOS tomorrow, that's what we got to deal with if we want to use their shit. That's the issue with capitalism. Mm-hmm. There is no social response that can affect it. It just is what it is. We got the right to speak, but not on somebody else's platform. You want to say what you want to say, go out in your front yard and say what the fuck you want to say on your property. That's your right. Mm-hmm. But we also got a right to shut people up when they hurting people. Now, I will say this, though, to Twitter and Facebook and everybody else. Shut up all of these dictators overseas that are also killing their people. Shut up the damn emperor or king or whatever you call them of Saudi Arabia. Shut up these dictators in Iran and Guatemala that are oppressing their people. Shut up these African dictators that are sitting there like literally taking all of the money of their country. The whole gross domestic product goes to their pockets as opposed to the people that are actually living in their country. Like, shut up these people. If you're going to shut up Trump, shut up all of them. Now, I'm for that. Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, if you come in my house, I got the right to tell you what the fuck to do in my house. If I come in your house, you got the right to do what the fuck tell me what the fuck to do in your house. So it is what it is, man.
Why?
How y'all feel about
hell?
censorship?
I just got one. Why the fuck do political leaders need social media accounts in the first place? Like, I don't want to know what you think on the humbug. You're not posting no policies on there. So why the hell you want social media? So I mean, like, that's not the platform. Me personally, I don't feel like that's the platform for them.
That's
in
a
their
beautiful
professional atmosphere.
point.
It's like, if I'm like, Trump never said nothing like political on there. He was always saying some humbug, ignorant, regular old boy stuff. Like,
Cafefe.
if I'm like, once he took the office, they should. It's like, all right, we got to ban your account because you're in a different atmosphere now, so you can't just be putting anything on here. It's just what it is. But to the point where now, when he had accounts and he's inciting riots, which isn't illegal. So yeah, take him down because his words have power. I mean, just not to the censorship form. It's like they're trying to shut him down because he's saying something that's moving the people, and then he's causing harm. People died because of his lack of responsibility behind his words. Sure, we've all grew up and heard sticks and stones will break your brain, but words hurt. But words kill. Feel me? Words influence. Words can move mountains. I can't move a mountain with a stick. Okay. I can affect one person, 1 to 2 people with just one stick. But my words can move millions.
Big fact.
So if my words are ignorant, non-factual, and lies, why should I not be taken off? Because I have no responsibility behind what I'm saying. Now, if what he was saying was factual and based in some type of reality, then I could say, okay, I may not like the person, but don't censor him. Don't take him off. Give him his fair shot. He does have the freedom of speech. But no, you have the freedom of speech, not the freedom of a lie. Just randomly make up shit is to tell American people. You have some people who are going to believe you just because you're the president.
Big facts.
Just because you're the president. Well, he the president. Why would he lie? Motherfucker, because he human. Shit, he a politician. That's what they do. He's a reality star. And he a politician now. So he has double the reason to lie. Well, he's getting paid. That's his job. Come on,
Big facts.
I will say if if a politician was like a responsible politician or whatever, I could see the benefits of social media, like a AOC or Obama to bring forth.
Come on,
like,
AOC. Come on, AOC. I can't wait for her to be president.
Yeah, I'm a fan. I definitely am a AOC. But I feel like if they're doing that to like promote policies to vote on or get younger voters, that's a good thing. But as far as Trump, that's just him saying, "Hey, I can say whatever the hell I want. What are y'all gonna do about it?" Pretty much. So I understand where, as far as if it was a responsible politician, if that even exists, then yeah, that I could see where social media helps. Just to get the younger vote. But when it comes to Trump and people that just spew like hatred and just malcontent in whatever their rhetoric is or whatever, nah, you can go ahead and dead that.
Kick rocks in a box, bitch.
You have rights, but as soon as your rights impede on somebody,
preach that. That's that is my life mantra, man. Like, people be so stuck on these damn rights, man. That shit is some shit on paper. At the end of the day, you got the right to do whatever does not hurt somebody else. I can do whatever the fuck I want to do in my home because it ain't hurting nobody else. It's me. If I end up bleeding, it's because I did some stupid shit and that's me. If I end up arguing, it's because I did it in my home. But like, I don't have the right to go out and infringe upon somebody else's right to just go about their day and live whatever they thought their life was. Like, that's really life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Like, you got the right to be alive, you got the right to be free, and you got the right to pursue whatever it is that make you happy. I don't have the right to infringe upon that. I got the right to pursue what makes me happy. And in 99.9% of cases, there is a way to get what you want without hurting other people. There's a way to express yourself without hurting other people. There's a way to do what you want to do without infringing upon everybody else's right to do what they want to do. And that's the thing. We got to get out of this. Well, I want to do what I want to do and make everybody else deal with it. No, you deal with your own shit.
Yeah, freedom to speech is universal or whatever. But when that freedom of speech gets to be offensive in front of me, like I don't understand why people think they can just say whatever the hell they want and there's no consequences. There's never been a time you walk up to a person and say, "Hey, fuck you," and then they give you a hug.
Because you get in trouble now for knocking people the fuck out. That's really what it is. It starts from kids now, man. Kids don't get punched in the face because everybody, let's give them a participation trophy. Let's talk it out. No, I'm going to talk it out with you until it gets to the point where I see that the only way you're going to learn, some people need to get put on their ass. We got to stop saving everybody. We save everybody from the actual consequence of their actions, which is why we empower more dumbasses like Umar, Trump, Tariq Nasheed, Jay Morrison, whoever else you want to name that's just jackasses out here in these streets. Like, we empower them because we don't give them no consequence. We take up for them. We hold them down. Well, you just, no, some people just fucked up. And we need to call them out on their bullshit.
Consequences.
Like the normal person ain't walking around trying to hurt people. People who are like that, we need to call them for what they are and hold them accountable as such. Period. They self is fucked up. They can't get to the M and the E and the L because they self is fucked up. The S is jacked up. They got a Z4S. I mean, Trump, if he got his ass whooped, he would have turned out better. That's all he missing in his life. Somebody to fuck him up one good time. Because I've literally seen a good 5-knuckle sandwich change a person's whole perspective on life, and they would never be the same after.
You probably one that gave him that knuckle sandwich. Anyway,
we're not gonna talk about my past, sir. God bless you.
You know, consequences is the better teacher than a lot of things. So,
amen. The best lesson I ever learned about fire was when I touched the fucking stove at 4 years old and realized, oh, that's hot. I ain't gonna do that no more. Guess what? I ain't done since then. I ain't put my hand nowhere near the stove since then.
Yep, me too.
It's simple as that. Like, come on, man.
What'd you say, Phace? Said it to.
Yes, said it to. Yes. So we're not gonna talk about it. That's a long time ago, guys.
I can't wait.
We'll say that for the reunion episode when we get
Chewy. I can't wait to the Chewy episode. Y'all do not know, listeners. If y'all do not know, I can't wait.
I'm gonna be real quiet that episode, folks.
That joint is gonna be that last talk we had on the Zoom. Yo, he had me so weak, man.
Yes,
we need to just record him.
Oh, he can have his own show. Believe that. But on a lighter note, we're gonna flip it a little bit this week. We usually have what Phace hates. But for Phace's birthday, he's decided to give us something a little different. Take it away, Phace.
Now, I'm going to go through this pretty quickly because Lord knows that this connection going to hold up the way them blinking in and out this whole damn meeting we've been having trying to get this thing right. So, first thing I love, family time. Time with your family. You feel me? It's needed and cherished. Not enough time we spend doing a hustle and bustle, paying bills, going to work, just doing daily things. Do we stop and spend that needed time with family? You feel me? Like we always trying to buy stuff for our kids, provide this, provide that. But at the end of the day, it's time they want, time they need. Take that little bit of time and play that little silly ass game with your kids. It may annoy the hell out you, but it means the world of them. You feel me? Take the time and hear your wife out that silly story you don't want to hear out. She want to tell you something about her day. Don't just give her yeah, all right, boo. Sit there and listen to what she got to say. Give her that little bit of, damn, my husband is listening. My whatever is listening. Give her that. You feel me? Your man want to tell you something. Don't just be just ignorant. No, give him that little bit of listening he want to. You feel me? Family time is needed and cherished. Get it. Love it. Flowers. Second thing, home cooked meals. Ain't nothing like it, man.
Oh my God, yes, Lord.
Fast food, but this home cooked meal thing, man, like ain't nothing like it. I don't care if it's my wife cooking or my mama cooking. I'm gonna eat it up. You feel me? Like I grew up with my mama cooking, but my wife and cook holding it down for me for a few years now. So I love home cooked food. There ain't nothing wrong if you're on the hustle and bustle and you gotta get something from outside. with a home cooked meal.
Ain't nothing
It
like
just touches the soul when you need.
And if anybody want to support
for
for Phace birthday, feel free to, figure out a way to deep freeze a good home cooked meal and send it to your boys. We love to eat. Don't let the slim bills fool you. Fool you. We will get our grub off.
Oh yeah, I do eat a lot. You feel me? Next thing, the love of a woman. You feel me? Nothing better than that. You feel me? The love of a good woman. It's something about that. You feel me? Like just knowing that she got your back, knowing she holds you down, knowing that at the end of the day, everything all right because that good woman holding you. That love right there, man. That bond. Ain't nothing like the bond you share with a good woman. Like you're gonna find some women in your life that you're gonna have a bond with. It may not be the best women, it's gonna be some toxic relationships. But when you find that good woman and you got that bond with her, that love, ain't nothing like it.
Ain't nothing like sharing your life with a queen that builds you up to be greater than who you thought you could be, man. Like, boy, you better preach that good word tonight, Phace. Hell yeah.
All right, you guys. All right. I'm out here dating. I'm trying to find the right one so I can, be along with y'all, man. But
in due time, Pat. Due time, Pat. That's the thing. The one don't come with a rush, man. The one comes
I get the
time,
point.
man.
Exactly.
Keep your money, bro.
Nothing in life that we rush is worth doing. All things we take our time to complete are the things worth cherishing.
Amen.
Always remember that, man.
Preach that good word.
Next thing I love. You feel me? The feeling of completion after accomplishing a goal. You feel me? Like that feeling of, damn, I did it. You feel me? Like I done struggled to get this. I done took all this time to do this. Bet I get it. You feel me? If it's something as simple as paying off your layaway, bow, I accomplished that goal. If it's something as complicated as I want to get this promotion, I work my ass off. I got the promotion. Bow. That feeling of accomplishment after you get that goal done, ain't nothing like it, man. Like I love that feeling. Little goal, big goal. It's all the same feeling inside. You feel me? I love that.
Amen.
Boy,
when I finished that book, boy, I was so happy. That last page.
There you go.
It be the little shit, man. You make that checklist at the beginning of the day, like I got to get this, and then done. And as you see that joke get smaller, man, like you can feel your chest puffing up a little bit more. You feel like you done got an extra bit of muscle layer on you. Like you just feel like a superhero, man. Like hell yeah, we in there.
Getting closer and closer to my publishing company, y'all. Getting close.
Now, this is a personal thing a very, very personal thing for Phace. Thing I love is a well-rolled Ale. Yes.
I think we all in agreement with that. Especially if I ain't rolling it. So my shit be ugly.
I'm actually surprised that you ain't rolling one now, Pat. Usually you and Phace be going like 10 for 10 like a relay.
No, we live, we live today, so I got kind of spooked or whatever. But I'm over here with my bag and everything, trying to find stuff so I can do the science.
The next thing Phace loved, and I'm back with this connection. Riding around in my car, listening to good music, baby, just zoning out. And that's my comfort zone. You feel me? Like when you're in your car, that place of solitude, ain't nobody in there with you to turn on whatever you want to listen to.
That sanctuary.
It could be the weirdest song to anybody else, but it could be your song. You feel me?
But you be in there lit.
It's yours. You in your zone. You feel your place of peace. You feel me? Close your eyes. Not while you're driving, of course. Park, close your eyes. Driving, don't close your eyes. But just be in your own mode. You feel me? Like be in your vibe. And that's my thing. You feel me? Like,
man, my little neighborhood got a park in it. House. I go every day, and my wife be thinking I'm going to like get something to eat or whatever. And eventually I get something to eat, but I sometimes just go and sit. And that's like my meditation spot. Like I put on some old early 2000s hip hop. I be in that bitch. If you don't give a damn, we don't give a fuck. Just by my damn self. And I don't know what it is, but it's like it just allows you to just like release everything, man. Just that time with yourself, that self-love, man. Yes, Derek, it's meditation, man. It's like just that self-love, man. I don't think people give themselves enough time to just love themselves. Phace, you are killing it this week, bro. You better talk to my soul a bit, bro.
I got multiple places like that, Tiz.
You got to, man.
You're gonna be like the pier. The pier.
Oh man, I got some stories about the pier.
Do y'all remember that? Do y'all
Yeah.
no? Do y'all remember that? The early Sunday morning, just get up with the fucking gear. Everybody got on pajamas and shit. Just like, hey yo, we about to hop in the whip. We going to the pier. Let's light up. We gonna just chill. Just talk about the week. And like, so much clarity was gained. Like, man, if you out there right now, man, one of the biggest things you can do for mental health. Go find you a spot where you can just love yourself. And I don't mean on no weird shit or no Paul shit or whatever, whatever weird shit people can go with. Like, I mean, like where you could just get in touch with you, figure out what you thinking, feeling, and
start your smell, man. Get a place where you can start your personal smell, yo. And the last thing that I love, you feel me? Like, and then just this week, this is what I love for all time. Is me, myself, and I. Just face, man. I just love myself, yo. Like, you gotta embrace me. You feel me? Like, I want everybody to love themselves like I love me. You feel me? Like,
happy birthday, Phace.
Damn, you feel me? Like, goddamn right. You feel me? Like, wow, I made it another year. Like, when I was young, I didn't think I made it to this age. You feel me? Like, you feel me? Like growing up, you feel me? Like where I was at before I moved to VA, I didn't think I was gonna make the C20 something, but I was at 30 something. You feel me? Like the life expectancy for a black man at this age. You feel me? So I mean,
big facts.
Damn right. I'm thankful. Shit, and I hope I make it to see many more. I hope I grow old enough to see my great grandkids walk across the college stage. You feel me? Like my great grandmother did. So
ain't no hope, man. We're gonna manifest that. We're gonna be doing this same podcast, man, when we 90 years old.
Smell. That's the smell of pun smells. You feel me? Like that's my ultimate smell. That's the thing Space love this week. You feel me?
Now you know how I felt when that person asked something about me, and I was like, me, bitch, me.
That's it, man. You gotta love yourself, bro.
Well, who the hell are you? Me. I'm me, bitch.
I'm me.
Me.
I'm me. And that's all that's more than enough. That's all you need to know. I'm me. And whatever that entails is a beautiful thing.
The fuck you mean, man? Me.
Yes, it is, man.
And speaking on self-love,
love yourself, man.
As a black people, we don't love ourselves as a black people enough. So that leads me to my last topic for the evening. These are my main issues that we face as black people. First, we are too overly stuck in beliefs instead of pursuing real logic and entertaining real dialogue with each other.
Facts.
We spend 80% of our time trying to follow some, whatever it is, whether it be your religion, and that's what you tie yourself to, whether it be you are part of one of these new age cults where I'm a Tariq Nasheed FBA, or I'm a Umar, I'm a Pan-African, or whatever.
Breathe in. Breath in.
Or I'm down with this YouTuber, and I'm down with that YouTuber. Like, we spend so much time stuck in belief, we leave out actual logic and facts and tangible evidence for whatever. And what that causes is us to overlook the real things that we could be doing in order to get what we need as a people. That belief system stuff, like, don't get me wrong, I'm a Christian. I believe in Pan-Africanism. I do believe that melanated people of the earth are all from one and we should be together. But that won't let me outdo logic. That won't let me overlook somebody who may be from a different background or from a different perspective that's making a good point. And I think that's the problem. Like, you can't even have a dialogue with your brothers anymore because you got, well, I'm an FBA, and how dare you talk to a pro-black? I'm just asking a question because I don't understand your platform, man. Like, I was talking to Tariq Nasheed posted something today, man. And it was basically saying, like, what is Joe Biden? What is his administration? What policy is he going to put in place that actually helps black people directly, right? And I put, you know what I'm saying, it was some along those lines. And I basically put something along the lines of, hey, at the end of the day, there's nothing that we can say that he is going to do. But the hope is that once he gets into office, his policies in general will somehow affect us. That's just being realistic about how our political system works. being realistic about how our two-party system works, being realistic about politicians in general. Like, you hope they're going to do something, but you don't know, because most of them get in there and they succumb to the pressure of power, or I need this money, or I want to make sure I keep this image, and they end up going back on a lot of their promises. So to me, it seemed like a rational response. You posted the question. I just gave my particular perspective. Not saying nobody else was wrong or nothing. But next thing I know, I got hit with, how dare you come in here with that hopefully rhetoric? You still with that glass half full. Sir, I don't know you. I don't even know what you believe. You ain't even gave me a chance to know what you believe. But what I do know is I'm just answering this man's question in the most logical way that I know how, because that's what I move off. I'm a Capricorn, and I don't know if that's what really guides it, or whether it's just I'm just a normal human being who understands that everything is not just that. The only thing I know of that is just that is math. Everything else is subjective. From the way we write, to the way we talk, to the way we live, to the cultures, like everything else depends on what you particularly learned, what your environment taught you, etc. So to me, we are the biggest issue when it comes to, like, we are so stuck in belief systems, we're unable to hear logic. You can talk to me as a Christian and tell me about how Christianity was stole from ancient Kemet. You can talk to me about how, like, the logic of it doesn't make sense. And I agree with you. That's why it's a belief system. I understand what the word belief is. I'm not telling you that you have to believe my fact. I'm just telling you what I believe. You free to believe what you want to believe, and I feel you. But we've lost the ability to, like, have opinion. Everything has to be this or that. It can't be nowhere in the middle. You can't disagree with anybody and actually build while you learn from each other. It's just this or that. My question from that becomes, if we can't talk to each other, how do we actually walk with each other? And how do we reach true intelligence to the point where we can actually start unifying and defeating people, when the other side, they know it's nuanced. They see all the little nuances, and that's how they defeat us, because they keep us separated. Well, if we make sure that they don't ever come together, we make sure that Christians stay away from the Black Catholics and the Black Jews, and we make sure that the Muslims don't want to deal with none of them, and we make sure that the Pan-Africans don't deal with the Addos, and like, at the end of the day, man, we people trying to make it in this world, and the world is already against us. Get this belief shit out of here. Believe what you believe, but still come back to that source of reality where you can deal with in logic and reason and deal with responsible and healthy, respectful disagreements. Next, on the biggest things that are in our way, nobody wants to actually do what they tell others to do. So you got all of these Black leaders now, and the biggest difference between now and the 60s civil rights movement, yeah, the images look the same, but the difference is we had Black leaders back then that were willing to put their life on the line. They didn't talk about it, they were about it. They got their ass out there, and people like MLK marched on the front lane and got his head busted in and got arrested for that shit. You got people like Muhammad Ali that gave up the prime of their careers, lost millions of dollars that he could have made, to say, no, this shit ain't right. I'm going to stand on what I say and what I tell other people to do. We've lost that. You got Umar telling people to educate Black boys, but he won't finish building the fucking Black school that he said he's going to build. You got Tariq Nasheed telling all of these people, go against Black Lives Matter, go out here and make a ruckus, unify your Black dollar. But yet I'm looking at your house and I'm seeing the shit that's bought from IKEA. You didn't buy that from no Black man. I know that model. I seen it on the website. Like, fuck out of here, man. Like, you got Jay Morrison telling people to go out here and deal in real estate, yet everybody that deals with you say you ain't had a real estate deal and I don't know how long, if ever. It's so many people that want to talk that shit, but don't nobody want to walk it. Like, I'm all about the shit starts with the generation below us. So we got to educate and mentor them. But guess what I do for a fucking living? That's what I do. So, like, I'm tired of this. We talk it, but we don't walk it. That is one of the hugest things that's in our way. And then lastly, and I apologize for being so passionate, but I have been sipping for Phace's birthday, and I'm really about my people, man. Like, I'm sick of this shit. Like, I literally, like, my wife asked me today, like, why you look so weary? You look weary. I am. I'm watching my children that I mentor and I teach and I educate die. And not for COVID. For the hatred of self that Black people are putting on each other. Like, we are dying out here for this shit. Lastly, we need economic unity and sovereignty. But we sabotage our own economic efforts as a people. They say buy Black and support Black businesses. And then we got Black entities and Black businesses out here scamming us or providing bullshit service and quality. I just saw a post, it was like maybe a month ago when we was on the episode and I was talking to y'all about, man, I went to a Black-owned business to get some wings. Now you go to the Asians, you get half of your own arm as a wing. Mm-hmm. This motherfucker went to a Black-owned establishment and came back with a plate full of wings, and the wings was the size of a bottle cap. He showed the damn screenshot to show the scale. How the fuck are we doing this to our people? How you gonna charge $10 for a plate with a baby wing? How you gonna say I got these services for you to fix your credit, but I'm really fucking up your credit to scam you out of your money? How you gonna say I'm building a fucking school, donate to me, and I'm gonna educate your Black children, yet I'm taking your money and going on world tours and hanging out, buying my birthday Nikes? How you gonna say we about Black empowerment and building up our community, and you taking the money that we thinking we invest in to build up our own Black Wall Street, and you taking that to go buy a Bentley and live out you and your wife's biggest fantasy? Like, this is shit, man. Like, every step of the way, we're providing scams and less than quality services, but we want people to buy from us. How can you if I can get a better quality product from Walmart than the shit you selling, why should I not? Now, I'm willing to pay more for equal quality because it's Black. I ain't mad at that. But you're not going to give me subpar bullshit and then expect me to spend my hard-earned money on it. That don't make sense. That's logic. And then on top of that, with the economics, we hate to see our own people actually doing better than what we are. I watch people on YouTube all the time where they have this huge following that be like, go, go, go. We support you. We're so behind you. And then as soon as that person monetizes their page and is able to actually live and eat off of what they are spending their hard-earned time doing. Like, people don't realize to get on here, we got to make this shit. We got to edit it down. We got to cut it up. We got to still be thinking about ways to develop merch. We got to think about marketing strategies. And this is outside of whatever we do on a day-to-day basis to actually feed our families. And I watch people sabotage their own people. As soon as somebody makes money, fuck you. You're horrible. How dare you? How you gonna be asking for money? This is the same dude that you were supporting 3 months ago when he was asking for money, but now that he's actually making money, you mad at him. Dude, Leonardo, one of the biggest YouTubers on Umar. Everybody was all behind him. Yeah, go down. Get on Umar because he's scamming. This man ain't asked for $1. But because he has a membership page that people actually sign up to and people actually send him in super chats, he don't ask for no damn super chat. I'll be watching this shit because I'll be waiting for the little, I'm always looking for that real somebody to come out. Dude ain't asked for $1. He be so humble about this shit. Like, thank y'all, man. I appreciate it. This nigga spend his time. I'm sitting here. We got 2 live followers actually chat with us right now. And I'm struggling to keep up with their chat. This man sit there and call out every damn super chat that sent him some money on his show. You know how much effort that take to sit there and go through that and still lead the show, and he by himself. He ain't got no partners that can talk while he looking through it. And they dragging this man right now because he gets super chat. This man ain't living high off the hog. He ain't in no mansion. He in a regular ass crib like everybody. Normal middle class family trying to support his cribs. But we as soon as we see somebody reaching that precipice of greatness, yank it back down because you better than me now. That insecurity we got is killing us. It's the Willie Lynch letter in reality. We have become so separate that because we still in the field, we hate to see a motherfucker make it to the house. Bitch, he's still in bondage like us. He getting whipped and raped just like us. Like, we still in the same situation. He just live in a different place. He live in the house, we live in the shack. But damn it, we should be Fuck supporting them. We should be trying to think about how we gonna get this motherfucker out the house and get him into his own mansion. That's really what we got to get to. And it really comes down to we prefer comfort over the action that it takes to make these financial and economic gains and social gains happen. We comfortable. As long as we eating, as long as I got a crib, as long as my screen on my TV big, I ain't really worried about everybody else. I'm gonna be all right. My people in my house are good, but your brother's starving.
Oh.
And that's the thing we've gotten away from. Back in the day, what made us strong enough to even get to the point where abolitionists were able to get us to the point where we were now able to be free. Where civil rights leaders like Malcolm, Martin, even all the way up to people like Khalid Muhammad, where these people were able to actually get us some real policy change, some real laws changing to help us. The only way we got there is because Black people, despite their disagreements, don't get it wrong, Garvey and Du Bois were at odds, but they could agree that Black people need to be liberated. And despite their debates, they could put those things aside enough to both be on the same message. Hey, regardless of whether you listen to me or him, we got to do something. We got to get this together. But now we comfortable. We in 2021, and ever since integration, we done got settled. We ain't got to drink from a separate water fountain no more. So as long as we can drink water, we good. But they poisoning our water.
The illusion of freedom.
Right. Like, that's the shit. Like, if I could take our model of what we do as the Podnas in our friend group and push that out to the world, that's what I would do. Because I ain't just talking this shit. And my brothers will back me up, and my other brothers that are not, you know what I'm saying, part of the podcast, they can back me up. One thing that we've always strived on is if one of us got something, then the rest of us gonna be good. If I got clothes, then you got an outfit to wear tonight. We'll miss and match them damn shirts and pants until we good. If I got a place to stay and lay my head, I don't give a damn where it is or who it's with. You got a place to lay your head. If I come up on a come up and it's working for me, hey, let me pass it. Hey, bro, I ain't saying you got to, but this is what I'm doing and it's making me this. You need to jump on. Like, that's how we've survived this long. That's how we've got to the point where now we're all kings standing on our own. But it started like us believing in that. And that's what we have lost as a people. And it's scaring me because the more and more we get more amenities and technology, the more and more we get away from that. We literally walk past. We ride through our own neighborhoods with a bunch of people that look like us and say, ugh, I ain't trying to be with this hood shit. Bitch, you was from the hood. You grew up in that same damn band though.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm bougie.
I'm just bougie, but I'm not above my people. Yeah, I want the finer things, but I will not get finer things at the detriment of my people.
Nah, never that.
I love, if you know me, I don't like a lot of clothes and shit, but shoes is my thing. I'm into shoes. I like a good pair of sneakers. I done gave up so many dress shoes, and like I'm talking about, I spend $200 on a pair of sneakers today, and the kid at my school said, hey, I need it. You got it. Yeah, I spent $500 on this belt, but you said you need it. You got it. Because you don't know what that does for that next man. Just you helping somebody that's your brother can change their whole trajectory in life. When I was down on my ass and I have nobody to turn to, the fact that my brother said, hey, you could come stay with me for a bit, that changed my whole trajectory. To just know I had a stable place to lay my head and I ain't had to go crib to crib, bench to bench, park to park. I could actually have a stable place. I ain't had to run from that. I ain't had to be oppressed by whoever I was living with. I could just be. That changed everything. You reaching out and giving somebody them pair of shoes, or, hey, I got this business opportunity. I heard you got a talent. Let me bring you on. Yeah, it ain't even about just giving. We got talents.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't come up with this podcast idea just for me. I came up with it because I got a brother that does fashion design. I got another brother that does like art. And this could be their platform to boost their lives and make their families' lives better. Like, we got to start back to thinking of like our impacts on the world and get out of this comfort zone. And I'm done on my rant. I'm done on my preaching. But I apologize to our listeners, to our viewers, but this shit been heavy on my heart, man. And like today just really set me over the edge, man. Like, I'm tired of it. We got to love each other, bro.
Same thing, man. There's some people out there that's vibing and feel the same way you feel, but they don't have a way to say it, or they don't know how to say it, or they may be afraid to say it because of their surroundings and people they're around. So I mean, it feels to them, it feels good to have somebody to voice that with the same passion. You feel me? So I mean, and to one of the points you made as far as profiting off our people, you feel me? Like, we should never profit off pain. Profit off passion, you feel me? Like, have your desire and make your profit off that desire. Don't profit off the pain of your people. You feel me? Like that goes back to the same thing in the crack epidemic. Everybody was profiting off the pain of our people.
One of my biggest regrets, man.
Like,
Reagan.
I regret a lot of people that get out the hustle. They be like, "Well, I just made it." No, I feel bad for that. I gotta atone for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't, boy. Go ahead, Phace. I'm sorry, man. Go ahead, man.
Oh, you good. You Gucci, man. You Gucci. It's just a topic that a lot of people have feelings on. You feel me? Like, so people want to go in depth about it. But we can have a whole episode just on that topic as well. Because I mean, that's a continuous issue. The same, like, I have the conversation with my grandmother all the time. She's like, if you see this in the news, I'm like, yeah. And we both know it ain't no different than when you were coming up. The only thing different is now there's more cameras out there, so it's putting everybody's face now. It's the same thing you grew up.
Right, like, when it happened.
I'm told stories about people about Petersburg. About my grandmother grew up in certain sections of Petersburg. You better not be caught in by the sundown. You feel me? Sundown sections of the city. You feel me? Like, you better not be caught in there unless you was a maid or cleaning somebody's house.
Big facts. Big facts.
And so I mean, you gotta look at the progression, but you gotta look at the things that remain the same.
Yep.
And it's sickening and sad that the things that remain the same, either covered up to be made to be okay in a certain sense, or ignored until it's put in your face till you can't see it. So you just gotta understand that some things are cyclic, but them same cyclic things can be changed. You feel me? Like, we have to have a different outlook and a different approach to them to change them. We can't keep going about things the same way, keep marching, and just keep speaking on it. If we're not willing to sit down and have a true conversation with the people who need to be involved in these conversations, just sit down and shut up. Because the marches, they change things eventually with enough of them and enough action. But the violence don't change stuff. The riots don't change stuff. The marches don't change stuff. Sit down and have these needed, true conversations with people in power, and maybe things can change then. You got to make them care. You feel me? Like, no one cares about you going to temper tantrum, having a riot. They see it's just that a temper tantrum. See that when your kid has a temper tantrum, okay, go ahead and finish doing what you're doing. You still gonna go back and do what I asked you to do. That's just that. So I mean, nothing changes. But you sit down and have a true conversation with that same person, it's more clarity, more understanding given on both sides, because you're coming in a more rational mindset. Nothing can be changed in this messed up ass service.
And it's your birthday, so you can go out as much as you want to.
It's your birthday. Yeah. You can go out.
Service can't stop your message, champ.
My last topic for the night, man. What I want to go to is just life lessons learned over the years. I mean, we all grow, and being my birthday, it can be just time to reflect on.
Yeah, I can't tell if he's frozen now.
Yeah, that's why I like when he come in, man. You don't know if it's on the same picture or what.
Yeah, so like I was saying, it's life lessons learned. Like, as we grow, some things become relevant to us. Some things just go in one end, out the other. But some things stick. You feel me? And they help us grow. And the information we've learned comes back later on, and we teach those lessons to others. You feel me? Like, some things my grandmother taught me growing up, and my mother taught me growing up, I pass along to just people I meet, my cousins, family, even my children. So I mean, it's like life lessons learned. I mean, but one, lying. It's a big repetitive thing. You always hear me talk about lying. My grandma told me the things you do in the dark come through in the light. Never understood that. What you mean? What you mean? Basically, the things you do wrong will be brought to you. You feel me? They'll be exposed when you least expect them.
That karma.
So basically, do good. You feel me? Like learn it. You always learn things the hard way. You feel me? So it's two schools of thought in learning. You can learn things the hard way, or you can listen to people, receive the information, and just take the advice. Some people are one way or the other. Then you have some like me. I do both. You feel me? Like depending on who I'm getting information from, what the information is, I may listen and receive it, or I may be a hard head and have to learn the hard way. You feel me? Like growing up, financial responsibility. That was a tough thing for me. So I was spending money here, spending money here. So, yeah, some years you save money, some years you just don't care. You frivolous with money.
Boy, you speaking to
Doing
my heart in my
activities of what I
20s.
was doing. You feel me? Doing activities we were doing back in the day. I feel like money was coming in fast, so it was like money was frivolous, whatever's whatever. But as you get older and you get out of certain elements and you get out of certain situations, you see that you need to settle down with your money habits and you need to be more financially wise and you need to diversify what you putting your money into on a more legit scale, I should say. So it's just life lessons learned. I mean, y'all personally, what life lessons do y'all think have been more prevalent to y'all, and which way do y'all think y'all been, or how not? Which way do you think you learn best, the hard way, or people say the easy way, as far as just listening?
Um, for me, I'll try to go off both. I think the biggest life lesson I learned is integrity. It kind of tie in with your thing about lying, with done in the dark, golden light. But integrity is doing the right thing even when nobody's looking. And I think
Hmm.
one of the biggest things that I really tried to push myself on as I've grown as an adult, and it came from learning the hard way. I'll admit that for most of my life, I've been a learn the hard way person. As I've got into my 30s and started to grow and just, what I'm saying, I got with a real queen that won't take in no bullshit. And I've, what I'm saying, just started more of my intellectual journey as far as just digging into knowledge and really trying to learn about who I am. I think that's the biggest thing that I've come across, man, is just integrity, bro. Like, be what you say, do what you say you're going to do, and stand on it at all times. And if you can't stand on it, then don't do it. And that's my thing. So if I do something when ain't nobody looking, I want to be able to stand on it if somebody pulls up a video of me doing that. You know what I mean? And be able to stand on that. And I think that's the biggest thing for me. Like, I feel like I'm reaching that goal of just the highest level of integrity where like I don't ever feel like I'm compromised. And I think that's the best life lesson. Because when you got that true just I am what I say I am and I'm gonna do what I say I'm gonna do, it kind of covers so many other aspects of life. Like I ain't gotta worry about financial literacy no more because I look at it like I want to provide for my family. I can't do that doing nothing else but becoming financially literate. And if I fake it, my family's gonna suffer because that shit's gonna come up. My financial mistake is gonna end up impacting my wife, my son, you know what I'm saying, my whole entire sphere of people that I'm with, you know what I mean? So like I think that integrity piece for me has been the biggest like lesson learned. And I hate the fact that like I saw it as a kid. Like one episode I talked about my papa Semi, man. Like, he was the biggest influence on me as a male figure. And I saw him live that, but I didn't necessarily connect the dots on what that truly looked like on for me until recently. And it came from me consistently like just doing stupid shit throughout my 20s, to be quite honest. Like and trying to fake the funk for people and and trying to make images look like one thing to the outside world when they really wasn't that, and trying to what I'm saying, even at times in my early part, what I'm saying, like I've lied to my girl and that shit almost broke us up for good, like before she even became my wife. And I look at it like it all came from me trying to be something I wasn't, or do something that went against what was really who I am. And I think that that integrity piece, despite how I got to it, is the biggest life lesson for me, for sure. Just be what you say and do what you say you're gonna do. Pat.
I would say biggest life lesson is if you want something, get it. Basically, don't hold back, don't second guess, don't care what anybody think. Just do it. Just go out there and do what you need to do, whatever next step, whatever goal you need to get the job done and get what you need to grab pretty much. And whatever your goal, just keep going for it. And then, like, the more you do, the more the universe makes its way to provide what you need to get to that goal. But being more assertive, just knowing what I want, go ahead and going for it, and just don't second guess, don't be overly polite, don't worry about how somebody feel about it. If you're very passionate about achieving a goal, just go for it. That's like the biggest basically life lesson I ever learned, pretty much. Whatever. Like one thing I will say, since this is definitely Phace's birthday, one thing that Phace has asked me in the past was like, why are you afraid to disappoint somebody?
Damn.
Like, why are you afraid to disappoint somebody? Why, like you're not perfect. Sometimes you're gonna mess up. That third, but I know it. Especially in my early age, I would try my hardest to basically appease everyone, and at the end of the day, I was taken away from what I wanted. So that was one of the life lessons I had to learn.
Boy, that's a real ass statement, though. Why are you trying to disappoint everyone? Because disappointment comes from expectations unfulfilled. So if somebody else got an expectation for you, like the only person that you should just be able to disappoint is yourself. Because your expectations are the only ones that really matter on your life. Like everybody else can have expectations for you, but they're not the ones that got to walk in your shoes. They're not the ones that got to live your specific life. So that's some Phace, boy. You was dropping that old man wisdom forever, boy. You've been, I swear, Phace been 99 for the past 99 years. Oh God,
old man Phace.
That's crazy.
Knowledge,
that's real though.
There we go.
That's real though.
I mean,
I love that.
I just said like this. I always tell people I think on a different wavelength than most. You feel me? Because I personally really don't care about most things. Cause if it don't affect me or mine, I don't care. Most people like that's ignorant, whatever. But ignorance is bliss, and I lead my life to be happy in my pursuit of happiness. You feel me? So it is what it is. You feel me? I choose not to involve myself in stuff. That doesn't mean I'm not educated in the facets of those environments. Yeah. So don't get it twisted. You feel me? Don't get it twisted. I can have a conversation on any level, any topic anybody wants to, but I choose not to. You feel me? It's the choice. You feel me? So I can sit here and piss any and everybody off by a certain conversation, my viewpoint on it. But I choose not to. You feel me? It's the choice. It's a choice of it.
Big facts.
I piss people off on Facebook all the time with random posts. So I've definitely learned to not to care.
That is so my life on Twitter now. I find every day I offend someone with just me speaking the honest truth with no problem. Speak my speech. I'm going to speak my speech. Why is it?
Did you just breathe today? Like now I'm offended somebody
and they be
because
pissed.
I breathe.
And they be pissed.
Dog, you smoke, you sniffing all of my air?
But you know what that is, right, man? That ain't nothing but the quote from Busta Rhymes and How I Learned It. It's one of the most profound quotes from an ignorant moment in a movie I've ever seen.
Give me some more.
They hate us because they ain't us.
True.
You can't invoke nobody's emotions unless you've actually hit a nerve, unless you actually have entered into their emotional space. Like you have made somebody care enough to be upset by what you said. And a lot of times that's what starts it. Because for me, I know a lot of the shit that I was pissed at people for telling me in my 20s is the shit that I live by now in my 30s. The shit I ain't want to hear when I was a fucked up person, that's the shit that kept ringing in my ears until I changed it. So you keep speaking your truth, Faye. You keep speaking that truth, Pat. Like, That's what is going to affect change. We got to keep speaking truth to power and to the weak until they believe it and they actually make that change for themselves. That's it.
I work on self every day. You know, like that's the one thing you say you got to work on self. I wake up every morning like, what the fuck is wrong with me, Pat?
And that's the person.
take
And that's
the
the
low
person. That's
eyes
the
and
only
the
person that got the right to
activities.
say it to you.
Yep. And it's funny when I say that shit because I be up grumpy as shit in the morning.
That's weird. I've become such a morning person. I used to be the worst person in the mornings. I hated everybody before 10 a.m.
I've become more of a morning person, but I'll never be
Something
a
like
morning person.
this.
I'm gonna tell you what's gonna do it for you, Pat. Had your first
Kid.
child.
Kids, I know it. My kid, you know.
We're gonna love mornings because you ain't got no choice.
Congratulations to my brother.
Yeah.
Yes.
He got his,
yes.
Congratulations. He gave birth to a Capricorn
Another GOAT in the world.
this
The
Saturday on the
greatest of
16th.
all time.
I say, man, you're
There
gonna have
we
to deal
go.
with me again. You're gonna have to deal with
There
me
we
and
go.
your mom again.
Ain't no wrong with that.
There
Ain't
we
no
go.
wrong with that.
Another Capricorn.
So he's
Another
dealing with greatness?
Capricorn.
What kind of burden is that? We're
I'm
fucking
just
amazing. We are
I don't
fucking
see nothing
amazing.
wrong with it.
At all. Man,
Look at this, Austin.
Nothing at all wrong with it.
Man, we have been on here for a good almost 2 hours, which is gonna kill me in editing. But for our people who actually got to see this live on Facebook, on YouTube, thank y'all for joining us, man. Like, just having y'all here, this is a big milestone for us, and I couldn't think of any better way to do this for Phace's birthday. Like, this is the first time we've actually had a show on someone's birthday. So I just felt like it was amazing to just have y'all be behind the scenes as we record our podcast for the week. Listeners, y'all are still going to get this as always on all of your favorite streaming services. Throughout the week, if you want to support us, if you want to kind of just push us to the next level, I'm going to tell you the first thing you can do for us is follow us on YouTube, man. We dropping content. We have individual content that has nothing to do with our podcast. I do a battle rap blog. Phace is constantly dropping self-help things. Pat is working on some new content as well to be dropping. So, like, we have stuff that if you just want to know more about us, kind of get in tune with us on a different level or just interact with us outside of just waiting until Wednesday night, go ahead and follow us on YouTube. Outside of that, what else we got going on this week, guys? What y'all got?
Well, shoot. Once again, Twitter, Instagram is at the Podnas, ThePodnas. I'm going to work on a few other things as far as more content, doing interviews around the way. I'm working with this studio out here in good old Mallory, where we first started that house that
the honeycomb hideout.
That Tiz was talking about. Hey, if you got a place, we got a place. I'm right there, right down the street from it. Right here. Oh, dang.
Anybody else?
Right down here. So I'm gonna be working with this studio, and they got like a tattoo parlor up front. Try to do more content. Maybe
feel free to promo them, man. Like if somebody's in Virginia in the Hampton Roads area, and you need a studio or a tattoo, man, like
yep. Exalt Recordings, Matriarch Gallery is right behind the ABC store near the Food Lion on Mallory Street, right down the street from Hampton University or whatever. As soon as you get off the exit, go down past that McDonald's, you'll see it pretty much right behind the ABC store. So I'm gonna work with them. They got artists or whatever. Try to do some interview content type of stuff like that. Try to set it up. Try to get all my tech and stuff together, pretty much. And also, you can always support us and Face Mob at
you know as usual, teespring.com/stores/Podnas-closet-1. That's Podnas spelled PODNAS-closet CLOSET-1. Or you can go to our other store, which is teespring.com/stores/Phace-Co-2. That's Phace spelled with a PHACE-CO. That's CO-2. And that's our stores. You want to support? We have everything from hoodies, t-shirts, long sleeves, We have a few items for the kids. We do have accessories. We have handbags. We have face masks. So it's a variety of items on there. So if you want to support, you can support big, you can support small. But we have merchandise there and the clothing aspect that if you want to support us, come there and check us out, man.
Indeed, man. Phace be working hard every week too, man. Like every time I look, he's in the group chat like, yo, I got a new design. I got a new item. I got a new piece up there. I got something new they can buy. So like, check both stores out, man. If you see something you like, go ahead and cop. As always, as well, you can always support financially in several different ways. You can either go to Buy Us a Coffee, just search in buyusacoffee.com. The Podnas, you will find us. You can actually get different types of memberships. You can pay for our services, or you can just drop $1 to whatever to just, help fund us and keep us buying more resources and promote more content for you guys. As well, you got $ Podna Tiers 1 at Cash App. Any money that comes into that account automatically gets divvied up between us. Any money that comes into that account tonight is going straight to Phace, though, for his birthday. But that's another way. And then, as always, follow us on all social media. If you're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Clubhouse, you can find us there. We're always down to interact with you guys. Tony, keep the Facebook and Instagram super lit, so follow him. He's always posting something funny or just poignant on what we got going on. And as well, if you want to get into a quick dialogue with your boy Tiz, holler at us on Twitter. I'm always on there just shooting the breeze with people and just interacting with people. Just, trying to let you guys know us a little better. We love y'all. If you can't remember all of those websites, because we always give you a bunch of websites, the one website you do need to know is thepodnas.com. Don't matter if you capitalize the first letter or what, but if you type in thepodnas.com, every social media, every way you can support us, every YouTube extension, anything, both stores, everything we got going on in the Podnas movement is there in a one-stop shop for you. We make it easy. So, as always, man, we are proud and humbled to continue to bring you guys content. Thank you guys for listening and watching. If you were not here to catch this live, you're going to have to wait till we release this video. So if you were here live, you got to see some monumental. I don't know when we will do this again. It might not be again until next year on Phace's birthday, but we love y'all. Thank y'all for joining us, man. We really appreciate it.
If you got topics, comment. Just let us know, hit us up, tag us in or whatever. We'll review it and we'll see our opinions on it also. Just want to add that in.
Listeners, as always, Wednesday night at midnight, always the podcast is dropping on all streaming platforms. I don't care where you listen to your podcast at, you will be able to find the Podnas. Just type it to your search bar, the Podnas, and you can definitely join up, download, and subscribe. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Just follow the movement, and we're going to keep on continuing to try our best to put forth content that means something to the world and hopefully means something to you, man. As always, man, we the Podnas. We love y'all. We out.